Of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So in the last episode here, we finished the stuff on the Leviathan, took on Malak, learned that we were Darth Revan, and now we have to find the last star map that's here on Manaan, which is a water world. So part of that plan involves, I think we have to go talk to the Republic here. I think this is the Sith embassy up here, actually. Let's see if we can get in there real quick. A lot of war droids.
Only people who have business with the Sith are allowed inside the embassy.
I have business with the Sith.
Ha! We know who we have business with. If you don't know how to get in, then we don't want anything to do with you. Now back off.
I'll be going.
Go. Stay. Doesn't matter to me. If you want to, you can even wander up to the embassy gates. But don't expect to get inside.
Aww.
Move about your business, human.
I think there is actually a way to get into the Sith embassy. I don't quite remember how, though. Yordle's Emporium.
You got any armor plating for my swoop bike?
Yes, I have a fine piece right here. A little dented, but still serviceable, and a real bargain at that price.
I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed.
Get out of my store. I'm sick of you, Sith, and your stupid jokes. I've got real customers to worry about. I don't need you coming in here and making fun of my inventory every day.
Don't worry, junk man. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
That's interesting, because, for one, an Ithorian is not a... Uh-oh, Pickle says, holy fuck, my Wi-Fi is slow today. Noes. I even changed the quality. I changed the quality from the normal 1080 to just 720. For those people who have, you know, crappy Wi-Fi and all that. Hey, the stream announcement actually worked today. Luxybot, you are back, hooray. Yeah, I decided to change it up again with starting with yesterday's stream, just because I was looking at stuff on Reddit, and it kind of suggested to do 720 for Twitch streaming, since you don't always have the ability to down sample, so. Are you here to mock me as the Sith, or do you actually want to buy something? Let's see. I'm interested in buying. Please forgive me. I had no cause to be so rude to you. The Sith make such trouble for me, and business has been slow. But that is no excuse for my tone. I apologize. Please, let us start off on the right foot. Welcome to the used goods stores of Yortle Ixlis. If there's anything I can help you with, all you need to do is ask. Let me see what you have. Of course, human. My stock is all secondhand, and some of it has minor damage. Oh, and he said something else, but the stupid mouse double-clicked again. Yeah, I really have no idea what's going on with this mouse. I'm a little disgruntled about it. Advanced targeting computer, Verpine demolitions probe, basic targeting computer. I don't need any of this stuff. Nah, none of this is very useful for me. Okay. Because I think both HK and T3 have better stuff anyways right now, so. The one thing I was going to say, until I kind of got sidetracked, is, so yeah, it's funny that Sith was making fun of the Ithorian as a fish person when he is a Selkath, or he's not a Selkath, he's an Ithorian. And the Selkath are the actual quote-unquote fish people. Let's see, Auto City Central I think is where we want to go. Hey there, Ghost. You'll be quiet because you're watching NCR server? Okay. Nicholas, how's your morning going? It's been alright. Uneventful. I had soup earlier right before the stream. That's about all I've had so far today, so... Alright, is the Republic Embassy... Here it is. Okay, so it's not too far away from the Sith Embassy.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid.
Let's see. Why are soldiers loading so much colto?
Colto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, colto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest colto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our colto supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage.
I'm on a mission from the Jedi Council. Perhaps you can help me with it.
Oh, of course. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council.
I seek a star map, the remnant of an ancient and forgotten race.
An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manaan?
You know something?
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
Alright, what do you want me to do?
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Firaxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
Oh, that's lovely. So where's the droid?
It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith Embassy here on Manaan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do.
So how do I get in?
There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far.
Interrogating the prisoner sounds good.
Good. It's a logical place to start. But you should also hear about the other options available to you. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way.
Is there another way?
The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there.
Hey there, Omar.
Choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
Let's try to interrogate.
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
After all, I have learned Sith interrogation techniques from the Sith, so... Plus it lets us inside the embassy here. Alright, Lorsa, or Lorga, or Lorgal there. That's what I gotta take out, so that's why I brought T3 with me here. We'll slice the computer, reprogram the cage to kill the prisoner. Prisoner termination, sequence set to engage in 10 seconds. Gassing him well. Oh, and electrocuting him. And dark side points gained.
What?
How did that happen? I love how the Republic soldiers just
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer
Just don't
any
even,
questions to our diplomatic group. Thank you.
do anything. Ghost says, "Did you sloop good?" You and your slooping instead of sleeping.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet.
What did they do to him?
The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now?
Homer says, "Discord wants me to log in on my phone for some reason. The reason why I missed your last stream." Well, I don't know, Omar. Sure, let's interrogate the guy.
Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion. We have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while.
So what do I have to work with?
What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch.
A catch?
Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback.
I detect a pattern here.
It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then?
Sure.
Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
Let's see. So we'll inject, or I guess we'll start with the interrogation.
What do you want?
Hey, is this the voice of the Nord guy in Skyrim? Let's see. Maybe we should do something about Tila.
Tila? How did you find out about her?
We have her already. She may be spared if you talk.
No. Please don't hurt her. Please.
We could make life easy for both of you here in the Republic.
You think bribes will work? You must be dumber than I thought to think that a Sith would join the losing side just for credits.
Talk, or something may happen to her.
Do whatever you want. I know you will fail. My fellow Sith are probably even now trying to free me.
Let's try something else.
What do you want?
We know about your companion.
What companion?
Perhaps we would give you back to the Sith, but keep him.
Of course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
What's the passcode to the Sith base?
It's Zeta 245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured.
Well, that was pretty easy. And I'm not even at a very high persuasion skill. 14.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
I have a passcode to the Sith base.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll just explain the encryption method anyway. You might need it if your passcode doesn't live up to expectations. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix. I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
I think I'm good. Pickle says, oh fuck, he's Canadian. Because he said A. He could be Canadian. And let's see. So Omar said, it's all connected. I'm getting Skyrim vibes. And, oh yeah, another thing too. I want to probably go to the party selection, take out T3, and put in Jolie. Because there's something around here that triggers with Jolie. Oh, but first I actually got to get rid of both of them to go talk to my Jenna Haraden guy. Let him know the job's complete, and hopefully he'll give me some decent credits. Greetings once again, Tiandra Cortal. Or should I say, Revan. Revan, I have no idea what you're talking about. Did you really think we wouldn't know about your little encounter on the Leviathan? Although I admit, we were surprised to you. I think we did talk about this. So what happens now? I will admit, my first impulse on hearing this news was to disappear. The General Haden don't often become directly associated with such prominent figures as a former Dark Lord of the Sith. But then I began to realize the potential advantages of the situation. Assuming you complete the tasks required for your initiation into our guild, you could be very valuable. Hey there, NCR. So for now, little has changed. I will keep your secret just as you have kept ours. I am curious to see how events will play out between you and your old apprentice. If the situation becomes dangerous, we Jenna Haraden can simply disappear as we have often done in the past. But for now, we will continue your initiation into the guild. Is there something else, Tiandra Cortal? Lorgal is dead. Yes. The agents I sent to watch you have reported back to me concerning Lorgal's death. You should take pride in a job well done. And as promised, here's your reward for the task. A poisoned vibroblade forged exclusively for use of those within our guild. It will serve you well, I'm sure. This assignment was only the beginning. A small test, which I am pleased to say you passed. But now a more difficult challenge awaits you. There are 3 targets that General Haden wants you to remove. If you can eliminate all 3, you will gain full membership. First is a Gamorrean named Warren Dusrod. The second is a shapeshifter named Rulan Prolek. The third is a Selkath known as Itharak Guldar. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of skip through most of this because we're not going to be doing any of this because, you know, we kind of talked about this before, and all of this pretty much requires you to go to other worlds. You have to go back to, let's see, Kashyyyk, Tatooine, and then there's also one on Manaan as well. But yeah, that's going to be, that'll just take us too far away, so I'm trying to get this finished pretty much. So also, there's actually for anyone who missed yesterday, there's actually going to be 2 streams today. So the one now, which is the unusual time one, and then one at 11 p.m. as well, because I don't have class today, so hooray. There was someone I thought. Ghost says NCR server is so popular. Now Ghost, what What server is this? Or what game is this? Here we go. Here's Alora.
Jodie, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Laura. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Laura. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Alright. Are the courts over here? Oh, it's a Discord server. Okay. And Pickle says, I don't think Discord servers can get full. Certainly, I've never seen one get full, and I've seen some pretty large Discord servers. Oh, here's the court.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers.
I am aware of the Republic's indignation. However, witness reports clearly state your Republic soldiers were as willing to engage in violence as the Sith in this case.
They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
Taunts and threats are not sufficient provocations in the eyes of this court. Words can be ignored, which is what your men should have done. And then another judge says, I will find both the Republic and the Sith to be equally at fault for this breach of the peace. Or is that the same judge? It's hard to tell. I should throw all parties involved into the Otto City jail. But since no Selkath were harmed in this conflict, I will show mercy and levy a fine of 10,000 credits to both sides. The court is dismissed, though I warn you that any further disturbances will not be viewed with such leniency. Alright, so let's try talking to this judge here, Judge Shelkar. I am Judge Shelkar, acting on behalf of the Selkath government of Manaan. It is my task today to answer the needs of an off-world citizens of both the Republic and the Sith Empire. And then he says, if you have legitimate grievances with another party, you should speak to me. You should first, however, consult with the Republic Embassy before pressing formal charges. Is there something you wish to bring to my attention? Let's see. I would like to investigate the murder case involving Sunry. That is acceptable, I believe. In Manaan legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove his innocence in court. This arbiter is a neutral party that can investigate and present evidence in the trial, and argue on the defendant's behalf. As you are a Jedi, I believe you could fulfill this role adequately. Also a little bit of lore,
I suppose your Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
So be it. You are now appointed arbiter in the case of Sunry versus the Sith Empire. Your name and position have been recorded in our files. Oh hell, I skipped one. Sunry was seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Alasa Haros. He has been charged with murder and is being held in the Otto City prison facilities. Due to his crippled status, he is being kept in a solitary holding cell. Witnesses claim to have seen the killing and are being detained at the hotel in question, pending the trial. The manager of the hotel has now been informed of your appointment. Elasa was found dead of a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic medal clutched in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review all information before the trial starts. You may question Sunry or the witnesses. The evidence in this case is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunry. I believe it will take some doing to absolve him of guilt.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
You may also interview the judges here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in this case. Since this is also your first case, and you are an off-road, I feel compelled to add good luck as my final missive. So one bit of lore notes. This is the first time that Selkath appear in a game, or appear anywhere in the Star Wars canon. And there's actually a Selkath that appears with a bounty hunter, or as a bounty hunter in the Clone Wars. Can't remember what. I want to say it's where there's like a couple bounty hunters going after Padme. Pickle says, your skin color went from tan to gray fast. Are you talking about my character's skin color, or are you talking about my skin color? If you're talking about mine, I don't know where I was ever tan, but... And we have a little cantina around here. Human, I wish to speak to you if you have the time. Yes? Greetings, human. My name is Nico Boas. I hope you are enjoying yourself here in Otto City. Our floating city is beautiful, is it not? It's truly a wonder to behold. You are too gracious, human. The beauty of Manaan is delicate. Our ecosystem is complex and fragile, and I fear for the preservation of my planet. What are you talking about? There is a task I would ask, human. Jedi. I fear there's no one else I can turn to. What do you want me to do? Rest assured, there will be ample reward for this human. I only require information, nothing more. Oh, hell. The Republic has been hiring mercenaries, many more than usual. As an official of the Silcath people, this is of great concern to me. I only seek the reason for this change in Republic policy. Alright, so why do you need me for this? I cannot trust anyone else. The Republic obviously wants to keep their secrets. I have inquired often as to their purpose and been rebuffed. The Sith cannot be trusted to give me an accurate report of events. They will twist the truth so that it furthers their own goals. And the mercenaries are well aware of the high wages the Republic is paying. They would not report anything that might slow the flow of credits into their accounts. Uncover the truth behind the Republic's actions, and I will pay you 500 credits.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
Please, see if you can find the answers I seek. Find why the Republic is hiring so many mercenaries. Find where they are going, and find why they do not return. I'll look into it, but only for the money. Once you have the answers I seek, I will gladly pay you the 500 credits promised. Alright, let's see. They went into a cube of death, and the game. Oh, okay. Greetings, human. My name is Shaylas. I have heard it said that you are no friend of the Sith. Is that true? My allegiances are my own business. You're wise to be so guarded, human, but my sources are rarely wrong, and they have informed me you are no friend of Malak's people. Though I suspect we have little in common, human, I share your dislike of the Sith. They have brought grief to my family. I am no fool. I know the Sith do not respect our laws as the Republic does. Were it up to me, I would do everything in my power to aid the Republic in the war against Malak. But intergalactic politics stay my hand. Still, I know the Sith are evil, and I fear what they will do to my people, and what they may be doing now. What are you talking about? Many of the Selkath have vanished, human. Most who have gone missing are on the cusp of adulthood. The youth who will someday lead this planet. My own daughter, Shasa, is among those who have disappeared. These disappearances coincide with the arrival of the Sith. I cannot dismiss the connection. The Sith are up to something, human. Something sinister. I can feel it. So you want me to investigate these disappearances? I will give you 500 credits if you can uncover the fate of my daughter and the other missing Selkath youth. Not much, but all I can afford. I have no official authority in this matter, and my personal wealth is not vast. There's no one else I can turn to, human. The Republic agents are too closely watched by the Sith, and the Otto authorities cannot act without proof of Sith involvement. Alright, I'll look into it. I cannot imagine where to begin the investigation, though I suspect the Sith did not act alone. Perhaps the Off-Worlders in the Mercenary Enclave know something. If you learn anything, report back to me at once. If you uncover the fate of my daughter and the other missing Selkath youth, I will reward you. Talkie.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Ready? Yes?
I'm here.
Ready? Yes?
Let's try going to mission here.
Huh? No one's gonna see this mission.
Because I know you can do this in KOTOR 2. Aww. I was hoping we could do that. Apparently not, though.
I'm here.
Alright, back to HK there. Pickle says, I don't remember their flaps being so flappy in the Clone Wars.
You hiring for the Republic or the Sith?
Neither.
Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
Also, I know this guy's supposed to be a Achani, but that's really not what a lot of the Achani seem to look like. A lot of the Achani have, like, white hair and all that. Or at least that's how they're depicted in KOTOR 2 and all that. Alright, we have this little court case we have to do to save poor Sunry. Ghost says, did someone say Clone Wars? Yeah, we were talking about how these guys, the Selkath, actually appear in the Clone Wars. You may come and go as you please, Arbiter. You will find the door unlocked. If you wish to begin your trial, you must make the request with the Warden. It shall be passed on to the judges. Riddle says no offense, but he sounds gay. Alright, Sunry.
Jolie, what are you doing here? The Lord sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence can see that. So I thought. But the Selkath seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Well, let's, I need to investigate the case some more. Any ideas where to look?
I guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Selkath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with off-worlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Alright, I'll be going now.
Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Alright, let's see. Pickle says, if I remember correctly, Dooku said once that their people were peaceful. I don't think Dooku ever mentions the Selkath, does he? I mean, maybe he did. Oh, it's hard to remember. Because as far as I know, they only appeared in like one episode or arc of episodes. At least in the Clone Wars. But then again, it has been a while since I've seen that particular episode. Alright, we're looking for the hotel here. Kolto Distribution Center.
Ready.
Damage Oli. Pickle says they appeared many times, but the same one? Oh, okay. Okay, here it is. It's right next to the Republic Enclave. We got Ignis here.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
So, what did you see the night of the murder?
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Could have gone off after he left.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
I could use Force Persuade. You will testify Sunry left before the shots. Do we be evil for Jolie's friend? Sure.
Yeah, I'll tell the court Sunry left before the shot went off.
I guess this is what they call working the system. Not that I'm objecting. I just hope the Selkath don't find out about it.
Now, was there anything else you wanted?
That's all. Oh wait, no. What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
They were making babies. Gamera says, wasn't Dooku the good dude who cut off Anakin's hand? It was Dooku. Let's see. Who are the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only two other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
I think that's all.
Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
So, what do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alas's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
So they were having a relationship?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master?
Well, Alassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
You know you want to tell me. Using our Force Persuasion again.
You know, I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Alassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
Pickle says they were making little... I think he meant to say Sith Lords, but he said shit lords. Alright, so she was a Dark Jedi.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
And Sierra says, sounds like he's lying. I think he's
you again.
Telling the truth there.
Yes.
But why did I earn dark side points? Just for using Force Persuasion to get him to tell me the truth?
Yes.
That must be where all of Qui-Gon's dark side points came from. Just by getting people to admit stuff to him. Oh, we got a security door. Mission.
What? Gotcha. Simple.
What do we got in here? A med pack? That's all, really?
What?
I brought mission out for that? Seriously? Boo. You here with Selkath? You have questions for Glupar? Glupar already say everything he knows. Alright, yes, about the murder. Glupar tell everything to Selkath. You not know? Glupar have no reasons not to say. Glupar tell everything. Everything about murder. Everything about Seth Lady's room. Why were you at the hotel? Glupar staying at hotel. Glupar not very rich. Hotel much too rich for Glupar to live at. But Glupar stay for weeks and have enough to stay here for a few days. So what did you see? Glupar not see murder. Oh no. Glupar see Republic's guy. The cripple. Sunry his name. Glupar thinks. Glupar see Sunry running away from scene of crime. Glupar see nothing else. Nothing else at all. Especially not in Sith Lady's room. So what about Alas's room? Glupar just curious. Just curious to see what happened. Glupar have no reason to go into room. No one paid Glupar to do it. You want to tell me who paid you and for what? Using our Force Persuasion again. Glupar want to tell you. Glupar want to tell you Sith paid him money to plant metal on body. Pickle says, is this another Jar Jar? It could be. Glupar want to tell you because you are Glupar's friend. Good friend. Maybe give Glupar money? Maybe not. Do you know about the Selkath youth who have gone missing? Glupar heard of it, yes. But Glupar been locked in room for days. Glupar think it rather poor insight to think he knows something. Alright. Anything else about... Oh, nope, that's all. So we got a guy saying the metal was planted. Homer says, so backwards. She's the one who's supposed to say, you brought me here for this?
This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
So what do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. The Sunri and Elasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so, kinda.
I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
Why should I believe you?
Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunri, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges. And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
What I want to know is what's this guy's angle on all of it? Because no one just comes up and offers some, like, advice or something like that. But we do have the Republic Embassy over here. NCR says they want a GP5 gas mask. Is that the one that you showed in Discord one day? Homer says it's amazing how she can hear him from that distance, even though he's whispering. You know what? Let's start with Roland, I think, probably. Maybe? Restricted access.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base?
No, I have not.
Time is a critical factor. We cannot allow the Sith to decode that data recording, or our operations on Manaan would be compromised.
Ooh, this computer over here. That's maybe what I need to use. System booting, status pending. Continue. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Aw, jeez. Terminal sequence. 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, 16, 22? Oh. Failure. Decryption. Yes, okay. I want to slice the Republic system. Access restricted data archives. Disable local power grid. Interesting. Or open submarine bay doors. You know what? Let's do this with T3 actually. Since T3 has a much higher computer use, maybe I can use him to access the submarine bay doors. Aww. So I guess it's set up there for a reason, because you can never have any, you can't have computer spikes over 99. Even if you actually have more than that, it's always stuck at 99, so fudge. Downloading Sunri Incident Archive. Success. Computer screen switches to a fisheye view from some sort of wall surveillance device. Beautiful young woman enters the room, followed by a much older man. As she walks farther into the room, he softly closes the door, pulls a blaster, and shoots her in the back. Oh dear. This must be some sort of secret recording of Sunri murdering Elasa. Interesting. Pickle says open the airlocks. There's no airlocks here. We're on a planet, Pickle. We're not on a starship. Even though it looks like a starship. Oh, I should have looked at that. With Jolie in my group. Oh. Hold on, let me go back. Change this up.
Yes.
I'm here.
Do. No, I was hoping I'd get a little thing with Jolie here saying, "Oh, Sunri did kill Elasa." Poop. Alright, open the planet's airlocks then? Well, I guess we're gonna go into the Sith base next. Let's take a quick moment though. Well, HK has an alright computer use. It's not perfect, but it's alright. So hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah, let's try it. Go into the Sith embassy here. Come on, HK. Definitely if they ever remaster this game, they gotta fix the pathfinding. That's like the worst thing. Or just let you go between, oh, it's gonna crash. Or at least fix the, fix it so you don't need to have your companions right with you when you go into another area. Pickle says, so Nubi, you rather do melee or ranged attacks? Generally, I prefer actually force ranged attacks. You know, like, once we level up again, we'll have access to Force Storm, which is a very nice little ability for wiping out groups of enemies. But if I am, like, out of all my force powers, then I prefer to use the lightsaber rather than a blaster. Especially in KOTOR, because in KOTOR, blasters are kind of like meant to be not very good. Now in KOTOR 2, it takes a little bit of work, but you can actually make a character be viable with blasters throughout most of it all, but Pickle says Newbies use Force Vision to see the crash coming.
I know you. You're the arbiter in the murder trial. Ilasa was a friend of mine. If there's any justice in the galaxy, they'll feed sunray to the Phyrexians. Shouldn't you be preparing for the trial? What are you doing here?
I want to ask some questions.
You can ask, but I doubt you'll get many answers you'll like.
So what do you know about the Sunray case?
I know he'd already be tried, convicted, and executed if the Selkath knew anything about justice. But the fish people are as weak as the Republic when it comes to such matters. Is there anything else?
So why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries?
Who knows? Some scheming plot, no doubt. Hopefully the Selkath uncover it and ban the Republic from the planet. Is there anything else?
You're right. I don't like the answers because you're not answering me.
I know you. Shouldn't...
I know the passcode.
Oh, really? You mean someone like you actually has some real purpose inside? Well then, what is it?
Zeta 245698 Alpha. Omar says he sounds like an ass. Kill him. I might, Omar.
Yes, well, I suppose you really do have some business here. Head on in.
Ghost says, Newbie, one of our members, is getting attacked and he's bleeding out. Wait, what? Pickle says, I watched Judge Judy, so I'm ready for this trial.
There. I don't recognize you. How did you get in here?
We are authorized to be here.
You! I don't recognize you. I know the face of every Sith on this planet. We'll get to the bottom of this. Commander Gran, report to the security desk immediately. You authorized this person to enter. I don't know them. And their identification doesn't match up. They're spies.
What? Sound the alarm. Droids.
Well, I guess we're gonna get to kill this guy sooner than later. Damn it, Jolie. Quit trying to die. Also, I should go into scripts and set him to Jedi support, because he has a lot of force points, so... Omar says, oh, she's even worse. You can kill her. What, Omar? You're giving me permission to kill a woman? Pickle says, but she dummy thick.
Yes?
Ready.
Alright, let's save. And prepare to use our improved energy resistance. HK, can you recover that mine? I hope you can.
I'm here.
Oh, she's not nice, so you don't want a pretty looking woman, you just want a nice one. Ooh, this is a perfect way to do that. Omar says, I only allow you to kill women I don't like. Water pump analysis. What is that about? Commander Hasek, in regards to the system in place to recycle water from the ocean to the thermal heaters, what were you thinking? What made you put the airlock mechanism on the only other path to the north side of the base? Now everyone has to know how to cycle the water out of the one room and into the adjoining one for each of the 3 rooms in sequence without accidentally flooding the room they're in. We lost 7 troopers just this week. Next time I'm there, you better show me how to do it properly. I can't afford to lose any more of my aides while trying to get to the Salcath. Adjutant. Sorry, sir, but we had to change the pump mechanism since one of those fish people swam into one of the intakes outside. The external flow controls push the water into the chambers north and south only. The flow controls on the inside wall switches the water between the east and west sides. So let's see, external flow controls north and south, internal east and west. The trick now is to push the water to the north and south extremes, then switch the water east and west and walk through. The meters by the flow control panel show if there is water in the adjacent room. We've also installed life form detection sensors. Let's see. Okay. Omar says, but she's now dummy dead. I assume she's dead. I pay no attention. And what do I think of the AT-AT? I actually think it's a relatively decent concept. Yeah, it has the sense of being slow, but also it actually is able to traverse ground pretty quickly because of the fact that its legs give it an ability to traverse over, you know, rough terrain a lot better than, you know, would normally be available. Like the Snow and Hoth for a tank would be awful, but because it was the AT-AT, it actually was able to traverse it rather well. It was only because the rebels had the snow speeders and could trip up the AT-ATs the rebels even stood a chance. So I think it would be an interesting design to, you know, implement even in the real world. Whether or not we'd ever get to that point, well, that's a whole nother question. And CR says, I wrote oval on my wall. Oh god. About the idea of it being stopped by string. Well, I mean, it's important to point out that it's not like just string. It's a tow cable. So it's a cable that's meant to tow like cargo sleds and all that. So it's a pretty strong, like I don't know if it would be like Durasteel or what sort of cable, but Ghost says, Newbie, we got the soldier back to the lab and he's making a recovery. Hooray. I still have no idea what you're talking about, but hooray. Omar, I have no idea what you call the shoes with wheels underneath them. Wheelies? I don't know. I have no idea. Alright, let's see if we can make it through this.
Warning, activating flow control may flood occupied.
Abort! Abort! Okay, I think we're all in. I hope anyways. Warning, activating flow control will flood this chamber. Boarding flow control. Oh, I have to do it from this one then? Come on, everyone get inside.
What? Warning, activating flow warning, water transfer proceeding.
Pickle says, rain effect 10 out of 10. Trying to remember. Panel is currently malfunctioning.
Warning, active.
Sure. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, honestly. I want to say it's oh, well, apparently I've somehow figured it out. Save. So pretty much for that, oh, Heelys is what Google says. Oh, okay. So pretty much the best way to do that, just push buttons until you try and figure something out. One thing that I will say that I'm kind of disappointed about is there's no forced destruction in this game. Because that was like totally my most favorite game, or favorite force power from Star Wars Jedi Knight. Omar says, AT-ATs with Heelys, speed problem solved. I'm pretty sure we'd go back to, well, I guess maybe. Oh, Ghost says we let a traitor in our ranks.
Ready.
Alright, what do we got? East Barracks. We got a guy in there. Overload the power conduit. Aha. Security room. Let's see. Disable force field. Security computer room. Ooh! Oh no. Oh no. We're gonna die. Nose. Oh, I thought we were gonna blow up.
I'm here.
Well, at least we disabled. Of course, we've locked ourselves out now. Pickle says, I'll use that quote in a nuclear power plant. Just press buttons. Omar says, you know what? We should go back to Space Engineers and build one. But we don't have walkers in Space Engineers. If there were walkers in Space Engineers, I'd say maybe.
Ready.
Skill too low. Come on, HK. Oh, wait, I can fix that. Attributes. Well, let's do intelligence. Okay, what about now? But we could build one?
I'm here.
But there's not proper walker parts to Space Engineers, Omar. At least not that I know of. There are rotators? Well, yeah, I guess, but... Someone says I made a windmill. I think a windmill is much easier to achieve than a walker. Now, hopefully someday they do actually implement walker sort of parts in Space Engineers, but I don't think we're at that point yet. Actually, I haven't checked out any of the... Oh, look, a Selkath apprentice. Actually, I haven't checked out the latest update. Did it add anything as far as gameplay goes, or was it just... Actually, no, never mind. I take it back. I did check out the update, because I did check out the... Or I remember mention of the build planner. I take it back. Take it back. Hey, we found Shasta. Intruders! Should we sound the alarm, Shasta? No, we wait. We cannot always be running to the Masters for help. We should handle this on our own. Perhaps this is a test the Sith have prepared for us. What are you doing here? Only Masters and Apprentices are allowed in here. Let's see. What are you Selkath doing inside the Sith embassy? The Sith are teaching us mastery of the Force. Our alliance with the Sith will bring strength to Manaan and the Selkath people. See you later, Ghost. Let's see. The Sith are lying to you. I know. I used to be one of them. You were one of the Sith? I don't believe you. I was Darth Revan once, before my identity was wiped away. Darth Revan? Really? Let me guess, now you just happen to be on a mission to save the galaxy to atone for your past crimes, right? Something like that. Actually, no, I just want to kill my old apprentice for betraying me. We are not fools. We will not fall for your Republic lies. The Sith have promised to give us secrets we need to master the Force. If you ally with the Sith, then you will suffer their fate. Death. You won't find us to be such easy victims. Or Kims. Our Sith Masters have taught us well. But not well enough. Well, we just murdered all the Selkath here. Oops. Not really. Not really oops. It was gonna happen eventually anyways here. So we got some new implant. The Bavakar cardio package. It's not really that special.
Yes?
Ready.
Omar says they taught us to stand in one spot and fight. With blasters, nevertheless. Pickle says, I believe someone did make it functional. Make a functional AT-AT in the Space Engineers. Now, was that with a mod or was that with base vanilla items? Tell Sasha, the Sith. It's a little late for that, little Selkath. This tortured Sith was holding some sort of token. Pickle says the walking parts are normal, but the opens, I believe, are on. Opens, what do you mean by opens?
How did you get in here? Wait, I recognize you. Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Oh, weapons, okay.
Let me guess. You intend to collect this reward, right?
Master, give us the honor of aiding you in destroying this enemy of the Sith.
See? What did I tell you?
As you wish, my eager apprentices. We shall remove this thorn from Malak's side once and for all.
Ghost says the PlayStation Network is down? Oh dear. Nose! Heal, Jolie, heal! Alright. Give Jolie some wisdom. And what sorts of powers? Let's give him immunity. Okay, why am I not able to do anything? Is it because of... I think it was because of that, goo stuff.
Let's see what you got.
I don't remember if I did save Omar, but fortunately we were able to pull it off rather well there. A Dark Jedi Master Robe! Yay! I can embrace my full Sith legacy. Ghost says I checked my vault and I was fine, so no death claws yet. I saw based on one of your screenshots that you do actually play that on your PS4. Because I saw the little square button on it, on that one screenshot you posted. What's this data pad about? So many data pads. Is this it? These appear to be the personal notes of the Dark Jedi Master in charge of the Sith base on Manaan. Seems the Sith have been trying to turn impressionable young Selkath over to the dark side. After reading the lengthy progress reports on this topic, seems that the final plan was to use the young Selkath to overthrow the current government and install a puppet government that the Sith would dominate. Well, we can use this against the Sith here. Pickle says now he can be a black Jedi. What?
Ready.
It's way easier on PS4 versus say mobile. I've played it a little on PC and I've played it on mobile. I haven't played it on PS4 yet. Also, I'm thinking after the stream today that I might go and get a Elgato capture card, so I can finally actually properly play console games on stream. Because that's been something I've been wanting to do for a while, but it just doesn't come out the same way. Ooh dear. Found some Dark Jedi. Jolie, where the F are you? Oh my god, Jolie is all the way back here. I'm gonna be dead by the time he gets over here. Omar says, what's... so it's Elgato produces what are called capture cards, which is pretty much, it's something you can install into your computer. There's also one that works with a USB, but I want to do the one that goes with the PCIe slot. But pretty much what it does is it targets the right one. There we go. Throw the lightsaber. So pretty much what it does is it allows you to record from the HDMI cable directly into your PC, or you can use it for streaming as well. Go says on PS4 you don't have to drag your finger or mouse against something. And Pickle says, what are you, 60 years old? What? Got a hair trigger, a bio antidote package.
On it. Done.
Strength amplifier. It's Elgato actually. E-L-G-A-T-O. And it actually, like if you do Elgato, it's all together as one word, but L space gato actually means the cat. So it is actually a Mexican word. How the hell do I get here? Okay, this way. It is the cat, Pickle. Oh, another portion of the Sith embassy here. This assembly room? Faulty war droid. And lots of Sith. Oh, this is that one probe droid that we were sent to get. I completely forgot about it. Sigil crystal. And the data module. Alright, we got one more little room we gotta investigate. Then we should be done. Omar says gato sounds like cake in Arabic. Interesting. Omar, you don't make your cakes out of cats, do you? Jolie, what the? How are you all the way over in this nonsense area?
What?
Pickle says that's what Asian people do. Nowhere says no. The West Lounge? What's in here? A door leading to another door. Oh, look. More Sith. Yay! I got my next level up. Okay, so the question should be, what should be the last force power that we go into before we do the force breach related stuff? Because we're gonna need the force breach stuff when we take on Malik again. Do I go for, say, why is this all blacked out? Is that because of the graphics here, or is that naturally? I don't know. Do I go for Force Lightning or Force Drain? Oh dear. HK, you go in. Steam vents have been deactivated. Omar says you Americans are good at misinterpreting us. Security room, no. Security reception, no. Training room flow. Download area schematics. I don't think I really need anything in here. Yeah, all this is just another computer terminal, really. Well, that's kind of disappointing.
I'm here.
All right, so let's go for the Force Lightning. Or technically the Force Storm. I will say Force Storm is among my top Force powers because you can really decimate groups of enemies with it. Oh, I think I missed something here. Because we still have the sealed door? Or is that for the back entrance to get here? Oh, it's been permanently sealed. So that's probably where you show up from if you do the stuff at the hangar bay. And of course the Cellcath authorities are going to arrive here.
Master?
What?
You there, human. You are placed under arrest of the Otto City Civil Authority. You'll never take me alive, nah. What? Why? Though the Sith Embassy here is considered sovereign territory of the Sith Empire, we have been monitoring an alarming number of weapon discharges and detonations from within the base. Inquiries to the staff of the embassy yielded no response. It would seem contact had been cut. Our cameras recorded you entering the base shortly before contact was lost, and fighting apparently began. It is the conclusion of the Otto City Civil Authority that you were responsible for the disturbance here, and you are hereby placed under arrest. You will come with us to await your trial. As material witnesses, the individuals who accompany you will be detained at your vessel, and the vessel itself prohibited from leaving Manaan. We will leave now. Do not attempt to resist, or we shall resort to overwhelming force. I could wipe you all out, but I already have the evidence I need to clear myself. Unless it crashes. Oh, bastard. Oh yeah.
Acknowledgement.
Alright, so let's skip through all of this again. Greetings, human. I am called Boalas, and I have been selected as your arbiter for the duration of your trial. So what have I been charged with? You have been charged with initiating violence within the Sith Embassy, murdering members of the Ambassadorial Commission of the Sith Empire, and disregarding our own laws regarding violence in Otto City. How will you get me free? I would first like to ask you a few questions regarding the events that led up to your arrest. I've already been given all relevant data on you and your companions, so that can be disregarded. Why did you enter? I had authorization to enter. Indeed. I find that unlikely off-worlder, but perhaps the judges will be more sympathetic to your view. What is your prior association with the Sith? Can I say I am a former Sith Lord? I am on a mission to stop them from taking over the galaxy. I let them arrest me because I have the evidence that they were trying to subvert the Cellcath government. The Sith are an expansionistic power, true, and at war with the Republic. You may make it a personal mission to foil them, but the authorities take a dim view on it taking place here. I think you will need a more thorough explanation in order to convince the judges. This should all be all the information I require of you for now. If you wish, we can begin the trial whenever you are ready. Let's see. Don't you need to ask more questions? I have all the information I need. We should proceed now. How can you expect to defend me without getting more information? I think this trial is relatively straightforward. It should be obvious to the judges what has transpired. I have proof that the Sith are evil. Indeed, and what is that? This data pad, proving they are kidnapping young Selkath. This is most disturbing. We should take this evidence and present it before the court right away. While your high standing among the off-worlders on Manaan may give you some leniency from them, being a successful swoop rider brings you no credit here, human. You stand accused of the grievous murder of many Sith and extensive property damage to their embassy here. How do you plead? Not guilty. Let the record show this trial has commenced. Presiding judges are Shalkar, Josa. That's a long way to say Josa. Nalashekhan. Kota, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability and punishment of the individual in the recent assault on the Sith embassy. Given the severity of this trial, we can dispense the normal formalities and proceed directly. You've pleaded not guilty, yet there were reports of weapons fire and detonations from within the embassy. You were seen entering and leaving. The Sith have not conferred with the authorities about this matter, but from all available evidence, it would seem that you were the source of the disturbance. What is your explanation for being in the Sith embassy? Let's see. I was investigating the disappearance of young Selkath. You believe the Sith had something to do with those disappearances? The Offworlder has probably been listening to Shalas and his rumor mongering. Most likely. Do you have any proof to back up your assumption, human? Have the Sith been implicated? I have this datapad as proof of the Sith, that the Sith are up to no good. Let it be noted that the court has taken this new evidence into consideration. This is most disturbing. The court will adjourn for a brief period to verify the evidence and discuss its importance. We have verified that this is indeed a Sith datapad, indicating their complicity in a plot to overthrow the lawful government of Manaan. In gratitude for having discovered this heinous offense, all charges against you regarding this incident will be dropped. Pending a suitable penalty against the Sith, their embassy is considered off-limits to all Otto City security personnel. No calls or incidents from their base will be attended to until this matter is dealt with, as they are no longer subject to the protections of Selkath law. So we've pretty much gotten the Sith kicked off of Selkath, just through this one little incident. Let's go visit with the Republic Embassy here now. Although I guess we could do this little trial for, whatchamacallit. Welcome back, Ghost.
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
Alright, let's go over the evidence.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit.
Not good, Omar, just enough to get me out. I killed all the Selkath youths.
I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. When I turned Alessa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alassa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Well, there are a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Let's see. I know you're guilty, Senri. I've got the Republic's data recording.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, but something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out.
See you later, NCR.
Until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. Found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room. Altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
The Sith found the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alassa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alassa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
I will betray your secret. We'll go on with the trial.
But Sunri is a murderer. I'm sorry, old friend, but you are. I can't approve of this. You go ahead, however, if that's what you think is best.
I'm glad you decided to see reason in this. If I'm convicted, it could cause trouble for the Republic Embassy here on Manaan. And none of us want that now, do we?
Poor Jolie. His friend is a murderer. Even if he did murder a Sith. So you are the arbiter in this Sunri Alassa murder case then. I hope you are impartial, as the office is traditionally supposed to be. You offworlders have a tendency to ignore the rule of law in favor of some rather irrational causes. And Omar, that is horrible. What is it that I can do for you now? Let's see. I want to begin Sunri's trial. Are you certain, human? Once the trial has begun, it cannot be stopped. And once judgment is given, the case can never be reopened. You must be certain your investigations are complete before you request a trial. This is the role of arbiter. Are you certain you wish to begin the trial now? Yes, let's begin. Very well, human. I shall advise the court and we shall begin immediately. So I guess there's no appeals in the Cellcat judicial system. Omar says just want to see his taste in women. Let the record show that the trial of Sunri versus the Otto City Authority has commenced. Presiding judges Shelkar, Josa, Nalashekan, Kota, and Dula. The trial is to determine the culpability of Sunri in the death of the Sith Alassa. Representing Sunri in his defense is a member of the Jedi Order. Do you have an opening statement? Sunri is guilty of murder. I have this recording as proof. Nah. I will find Sunri innocence. That remains to be seen. Acting as prosecutor for the Otto City Authority is an impartial observer from the Sith Empire.
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunri is executed for the crime he has committed.
Do not be so overzealous in presenting your commission, Sith. The first matter of business is the presentation of a sworn testimony by the proprietor, Ignis, of the hotel where the murder occurred. What is the testimony you wish to give us?
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, left before I heard the blaster shot.
Impossible!
Know your place, Sith. This is serious evidence indeed. The court will keep this in mind, near the top of the list of pertinent facts. We will now begin by calling forth the witnesses to the crime and taking their testimony. After each witness has given their testimony and you've cross-examined them, you may ask the presiding judges for their opinions on the current state of the case. This is a special privilege, given by Manaan law only to the defendant, so use it wisely. First witness is Firith. The prosecution will question the witness first.
You are Firith Me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Objection, your honors. Objection sustained. Ask your witnesses your questions and do it promptly. This is Ace Attorney, Star Wars Edition.
Of course, Your Honor. Firith Me, what did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elassa was fired.
A very pertinent point, prosecutor. It is now the defense's turn to cross-examine the witness. Did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
Your point is well taken, Arbiter. Do you have additional questions? How could Sunry have harmed her if he was a cripple? Or no, Elassa is a Dark Jedi, isn't she?
Yes, from what I could tell. She carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
No, this piece of evidence is very important. It establishes the character of Elassa and perhaps her intent in dealing with Sunry. Do you have additional questions? Was the medal left at... nah, you know what? I won't ask these two. I have no additional questions. Very well. Would you like to use this opportunity to poll the judges? Nah. Since the defense has no further questions, we will call out the second witness, the Rodian Glupor. The prosecution may question the witness.
Glupor the Rodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Elassa's room, didn't you?
Yes, Glupor see Sunry running down hallway. And when Glupor look in room, Sith woman dead on floor.
This is clear then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elassa already dead behind him.
Perhaps, Sith, perhaps. It is the turn of the defense to question the witness now. Did you see Sunry kill Elassa? Glupor not see Sunry really hurt Sith, but Glupor did see Sunry leaving the room with dead Sith in it. But Glupor not see him really kill Sith. An important distinction, Arbiter. You wish to ask the witness anything else? Did you plant the medal on Elassa? Glupor.
Don't do it, Glupor.
The prosecution will be silent. What is it you wish to say, Glupor? Glupor paid by Sith to plant that medal.
Lies! Slander! I object!
You are certain of this, Glupor? Glupor certain. Omar says Detective Conan music plays. This new evidence puts the entire case in a new light. You wish to ask the witness anything else? Well, obviously the medal at the crime scene is too obvious a clue, because you planted it. No, nothing else. Would you like to poll the judges at this time? Sure. I think Sunry could not have committed this crime. Oh, I skipped one. Sunry did not have the capacity to commit these murders, I think. I do not believe Sunry could have committed this crime. Perhaps I was wrong, after all, in my thoughts about Sunry. If the defense has no further questions, the court will call out Elora, Sunry's wife.
You, Elora, are Sunry's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. He was crippled in that war, Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes. I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Ilasa.
A supposition now, for now, prosecutor. Does the defense have any questions for the witness? Omar says those things on your character's eyes are bothering me. They provide immunity to critical hits. She's part cyborg now. Alright. Was it true your husband was having an affair with Ilasa?
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
Be silent. You've already questioned the witness, prosecutor.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised.
Oh, I think this actually hurt me.
So very complicated.
That is very enlightening evidence. It will influence our deliberation considerably. Do you have any more questions? Sunry was a cripple. Could he have killed Ilasa?
He was a good man, but his injuries pained him terribly. But he always held on, always persevered. I don't think he could have beaten her or anything like that. But a blaster? I just don't know.
Damn it, Alora. Yeah, Sunry seems capable. I knew they were going to say that. Omar says, how the fuck does it protect you? And Ghost says, did he really say revenge of the Sith? I think revenge on the Sith. No additional questions. We'll use this opportunity to pull the judges. Sure. Not enough information. Unsure. Cannot make my decision. Not enough information. Perhaps I was wrong. Oh, I may have messed that up in my questioning there. I should have just said no additional questions.
I wish to call forth Sunry himself, Your Honors.
Very well.
Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith? Even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Ilasa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Ilasa and my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith, you wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
Do not interrupt the accused. In fact, I think you've said quite enough already, prosecutor. Do you have any other questions to ask? Ilasa was a Sith spy, wasn't she?
Of course she was. Why would a young, beautiful Sith woman get with an old cripple like me?
You are not helping yourself, Sunry. You only give reason why you might kill her. It merely states the facts. The incompetence of the murder indicates that her occupation was not the motive for the killing. The fact remains, Ilasa was a Sith, likely a spy as well. Anything else to ask the accused? You were going there to end the affair. Would the Sith object?
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
Be silent, prosecutor. This is a valuable point. Now lend some credence to your defense, Arbiter. Oh. Let's see. How could Ilasa have got a hold of your medal?
I don't know. The medal had gone missing some time ago. I never found out what happened to it. It's possible the Sith had stolen it and had it planted on the body.
Supposition, Your Honors?
True, but it does have merit and deserves consideration. Anything else? No additional questions? Sure, let's poll. Not enough information. Sunry perhaps was not the killer. Not enough information. Not enough information. I cannot tell yet if Sunry killed Ilasa, but I am confident it will be proven. The witnesses have all been called forward and questioned by both prosecution and defense. The prosecution will now present in closing its summary of the pertinent facts of the case.
I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Elasa. He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, Your Honors, to this very conclusion.
Indeed, and your closing statements, Arbiter. Let's see. No one actually witnessed the murder. Truth.
Well, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there, running from the room.
If you speak out of turn again, you will be forcibly ejected from the court. The Arbiter speaks a valid fact. Another point you would like to make? Sunry was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her.
The Sith would not leave the medal of her killer clutched in her hand.
Your time for arguments has passed, and you would do well to remember that. The Arbiter's argument does bring up a valid point. Anything else? Elasa was a spy, and the Sith are framing Sunry. I find that highly unlikely, Arbiter. The Sith have no need for such deception. The facts speak clearly. But the Sith have been known for violence, deception, and murder before. That is also true. Is there another point you would make? I won't focus on the cripple, and obviously the Sith are obviously evil and set this all up. That's just speculation. So my arguments are complete. Then the court will now deliberate amongst ourselves. Alright, let's see how well I did. The court hereby finds Sunry innocent of the murder of the Sith Elasa. Hooray!
Your Honors, no!
Silence! And you're right, Omar, they do have a lot of talking for just short things. The verdict has been delivered and the trial is now over.
Oh, Sunry, I'm so glad.
Elora, thank you for saving me. I don't know how I can repay you. Elora and I are going to leave here and get as far away from all this as soon as we can. I and the Republic will not forget what you've done for us. Thank you.
Well, that was a long trial. So Ghost asks, wait, why is that guy trying to put the guy who killed a Sith behind bars? So that one guy was the prosecution for the Sith Empire. And pretty much what had been going on, the world that we're on, Selkath, has a very powerful healing agent called Kolto. And the Selkath are using that Kolto to both benefit, well, pretty much benefit from both sides of the war, as well as enforce neutrality in the whole war. Another part of it is, as part of that whole neutrality, pretty much anything, any sort of violence or whatever between both sides gets adjudicated by the Selkath. So, East Otto City, was that where I need to, where do I need to go now? I feel I went the wrong way. I think East Otto City and all that, or Otto City East or whatever, I want to say that was where the Sith Embassy was. Let's go check, but... Oh wait, no, I think they're right by each other. Now that I think about this. I always get so lost on Manaan. There's the Republic Enclave, okay. So how many credits do I have right now? 25,000, so that's not too bad. It's enough to get the one lightsaber that I'm looking to get eventually.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base?
Yes, here it is.
Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with. so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Manaan is the sole source of Kolto, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get.
So, what has the Republic done?
The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes Kolto exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manaan anyway. So we made a deal.
What sort of deal?
We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest Kolto directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since.
Omar says, now you can place detective on your resume, next to killing things Omar loves. Alright, so what happened down there?
We don't know. We just don't know. As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we sent our contingent of public soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Rackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain.
So how will I get down there?
I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our Kolto packing room and enter the sub they're in. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest, and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.
Well, we get to go underwater. How exciting. Alright, I think this is the sub-bay, right? Yep. Alright, we get to take our little bongo sub, even though it's not a bongo, because this one's actually all metal, and bongos are kind of like grown, I think. This submersible can be used to descend to the deep ocean Rackard research station. Use the submersible. And I think this place is starting to fall apart, because I think that was part of the roof there. Yep, that is part of the roof that's collapsed onto another submersible. And we got dead bodies too.
I'm here.
Yep, he's dead. And hopefully I have everyone I need, because I can't change out my party at all, so.
How did you get in? Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away.
Who are you?
No! No, we have no time. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold.
I'm not going anywhere.
We have to. We have to leave. The Selkath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere, and the Selkath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries.
Their fishy little war cries. You fought them?
They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks. The Feroxa out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Selkath. Like us.
You know, this guy sounds like Neelix from Star Trek Voyager. You sniveling worm. You're just food for the Selkath.
What? No. You're one of them. You'll never get me.
Choke. And slice. Oh, Force Storm should be pretty handy down here. Also, is it just me? I don't know how many of you guys have gone to an aquarium before, but I've always found that aquariums are like really... They're just like seeing aquariums and then being in this little area that aquariums have where you can, you know, watch all of the fish and all that. That just like totally... Hi there, Mosspoon. Do I know your true... Yes, I do know my true identity. Yeah, we're at the... We're going for the last star map here, so... But yeah, those little areas with aquariums that's where you walk underneath all the water and all that, that just totally freaks me out. Alright, what do we got here? Got some fishy fishies. Vent gas into the room. Aha! Take that, Selkath. What else do we got? West storage room. Vent gas into the room. Oh, also, let me check something real quick here. Because now that I think about it, I probably should be careful not using all these computer spikes, because I might actually need them for something here. Choo 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 choo. Belt robes, that's what I want to look at. Alright, so I'm gonna need to make sure I have 25 computer spikes later on. So I still have a little bit of room to use. Yeah, I can deal with the rest. Gives me a little...
I'm here.
A little bit of a challenge. Even though it's not much of a challenge because we have improved energy resistance. Pickles, or not Pickle. Oh, sorry, Omar. Sorry. Omar says never been to an aquarium. I suppose they may not be as popular in the Middle East. You know, having to get all that water and all that. No, I'm sure there's probably aquariums in the Middle East, but yeah, they have one in Chicago, and I've been there a few times. Maybe like twice or something. It's been a long time since I went. But yeah, the whole thing with being underwater, kind of, with the fish. It's a little too much for me, personally. Don't worry, Omar. Soon I will hopefully, whenever Pickle gets around to completing my emotes and all of that, I can have subscribers have a Book of Shame emote. Also, Pickle was here, but then he did kind of disappear for something that he was doing. A sonic emitter. I think there is a purpose to that. Oh yeah, there is a purpose to that sonic emitter now that I think about it. Ghost says I want a ghost emote. I don't think that's on the array of planned emotes. But we'll see. Heal me, Jolie. And HK, are you just going to stand there all day? Also, Jolie, you could probably help here with your droid disabled. There we go. Omar says the last thing he said was "be right back." Yeah, I know. It just wasn't a. It wasn't a right back. It was more like a "be back later." Dead soldier, lovely.
Done.
Hyper adrenal stem. Oh, a whimpering locker.
On it. Done.
I love this part.
Is somebody out there? Fishy, fishy, fishy. Come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Nothing here. I'm safe behind my walls.
Come out of there right now or we'll blast our way in.
That's what you think? Fishy think that too. These walls and door are 6 centimeters. No, 12 centimeters of durasteel. I'm invulnerable behind my walls. Nobody's getting in here. The cell went insane and started killing everybody. I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me.
What made the Cellcath insane?
Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishy fishies, though, they just got hungry.
If you don't come out, I'll just leave you in there.
Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people. They'll chomp and bite and chomp and bite. Food for fishy. That's you.
Actually, no, I want to go back.
Is somebody out there?
Come out right now. We'll blast our way in. I'll carve you into little fish bits.
No, you can't harm me in here. I'm invincible.
Insert lightsaber into locker. Dark side points added. Even though I already had dark side points.
Done.
Just got more dark side points now. Alright, save.
Ready.
What?
Acknowledgement.
I'm here.
Omar says in a movie or something? Wait, what? I'm confused, Omar.
What?
Damn it, Jolie.
I'm here. On it.
Come on. Let's be in. Nose! I can't get in. Trapped. No, I'm really not trapped. It's just that opening that door, I think, makes it easier.
Master?
You need?
What?
Acknowledgement?
Alright, the pressure door. Activating airlock control. Continue. Engaging airlock seals. Success. Warning, hostile environment conditions. Environmental suits advised. You only have one environment suit available. If you proceed through the airlock, all party members will have to stay behind. Well, goodbye HK and Jolie. Alright, so this is like really dark here. Yeah, it's like really, really dark because I'm looking at it on my other screen here. Alright, let's see if we can change the brightness up a bit. Yeah, that didn't help any. I can see it on my screen, but I really can't see it much on my other screen. So yeah, the sonic emitter, that's used if you have an encounter with a Phyrexian shark. Because obviously you don't have access to any other weapons when you're in this state. Unfortunately, very much like the space sequence when we were on the Leviathan, you move very slow. Nothing to see here. So what do you guys think about seeing some gameplay of Star Wars Galaxies, which is the first MMORPG for Star Wars? I don't know if I'll make it a regular series, but it might be something that we check out a few times. And Ghost, I'm still trying to think of how I can make a Fallout Shelter stream work.
Who's there? You're not Cellcath, I can see that much. Are you another rescue crew?
What's going on here?
Isn't it obvious? The Cellcath have gone insane! They're killing everything that moves! All my companions are dead. The Cellcath swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy Cellcaths. There's no way for me to get to the submarine docking bay.
So what are you doing in the underwater section of the facility?
I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the Kolto harvester they built on the edge of the Hrackert Rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed Cellcath mutants running around looking for dinner.
Okay, I'll come with you.
I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with those psychotic fish people all over the place. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is the only way to reach the Kolto Harvester. We should probably stick together, but I won't wait around in here with the Cellcath. You can catch up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor where it's safe.
This guy seems much quicker than I am.
Come on, hurry up. Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving. The water is filled with
Dumb. Well, hopefully now that they went to eat him, they'll be less likely to go after me. Aha! I was trying to remember how that sonic emitter worked. It's like a force power. You're fishy, fishy. Save. Do I keep going into a stance with the lightsaber? Yes, I am. Ooh, I think there's a fight up here that I'm all alone for. So maybe it's good I left Manaan as the last planet to make sure that I'm properly leveled up. Hello, Cellcath. Oh, look at you using little things on me here. Now drain your life. Feed me, Cellcath. Feed me. Let's see. Omar says, could a kind of alien marry and produce kids from a different alien kind? Well, that was always kind of weird. Oh, yeah, I don't have medium armor proficiency. So, yeah, that's not gonna help. Oh, well. Guess I'm just gonna have to hope that I can survive any poisoning down here. So, in the expanded universe, I'm trying to... I think there are some instances of events like that, of cross species, but I know in, like, the Clone Wars, there is that human, or that clone trooper that has kids with a Twi'lek. Now, originally I thought the kids were adopted, but apparently I think those are his actual kids.
No, no, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Selkath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now!
Oh dear. Accessing airlock control. Success. Warning, warning. Depressurization sequence active. Deactivate.
No, no. The Firaxa will get us. No, the Selkath are coming. No.
No! No! Ah!
And stop screaming.
Ah, no!
You... Sammy, calm down. I don't think they're here to kill us.
Kono! Kono! Are they?
Yes. I think they're here to help us. I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me. I'm just so scared.
We're both just scared.
When the Selkath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Firaxan sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes.
Just imagine seeing that.
I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Selkath outside the doors every once in a while, and strange noises echoing through the base.
We thought everyone was dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize for the horrible mistake I was making.
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Harakard Rift project.
So what was the Republic doing here?
We had a secret agreement with the moderates in the Selkath government. They knew that Manaan could not survive independently if the Sith were victorious.
Those thugs would wipe out the whole damn planet just to get at the Kolto.
So the Republic approached them about making this secret installation to harvest more Kolto, where the Sith couldn't see us. But all that went horribly, horribly wrong.
So what happened?
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift, near the vent. Then there was this rumbling, and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Selkath started screaming too. And they turned on us.
Omar, how did it work out with him? Did he get it in the right hole? I mean, he had 2 kids, so I'm guessing he did it more than once. So what did the shark have to do with it?
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard Rift near the Kolto vent. That might explain a few things too.
Like what?
Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kolto. It would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With Kolto as a food source.
And all those other Firaxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother.
So where is this monster Firaxan now?
I don't know. It must still be out there.
Out there, waiting for us.
So what can I do about it?
The Firaxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do.
What compound?
The repellent we made was supposed to drive Firaxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment.
In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the Kolto.
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do.
What else could I do?
You don't need to do anything else. We have a canister of the toxin here right now. We were working on it before the giant Firaxin drove all the Selkath insane. All you need to do is insert it into the main Kolto harvester and have it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it'll affect the giant Firaxin shark.
So what other choice do I have, though?
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift.
How would I do that?
You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the entire machine will destroy itself. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sangin, a liquid at about 4 million sangin, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But we'll lose everything we've built here. All those years of work.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water.
It's not so much what it'll do to the water, but the Kolto. I'll do whatever I want and kill both of you as well.
What? No! Run, Kono, she's one of them!
You're right, I am a Sith. Haha. Alright, so obviously it'd be nice to do the dark side points from killing the shark and all that. The problem, though, is if you take that path, you get kicked out of Manaan and pretty much can't come back, which will be an issue for the whole General quest. But then again, given that Omar says, start taking notes. Can your lady repeat the lesson? Oh, damn it, newbie. I killed another lady, another nice lady for you, Omar. Not even ashamed on that one. So let's see. Do I just completely say screw it? And you know what? Since we're just going for the end and we're not going to be completing the General Rodden questline, I think I'm going to I think I am going to poison the shark. Go full dark side. I was trying to learn how to make explosive tanks. Oh, poor Omar. Alright, so let's go outside here. Got the airlock, Crockett Station. Okay, I think I know where I need to go. Ghost says, I went to check my vault, then Deathclaws attacked, but luckily no one died. Well, that's good at least. Die, fishy. Is this the place I need to be? No, actually this is not the place I need to be. No, don't go to the welded door. Oh. There we go. That interrupted me, I think. Your vault is indestructible? Is there anything worse than Deathclaws in Fallout Shelter? Because I remember Deathclaws were like the worst that I ever encountered with them. but that was a long time ago too, and I know they've added some various things. They've added like those little quests that you could go out on to send some dwellers out to check out like old ruins or that sort of thing. Plus the whole crafting system that they've added too. Which I'll say is actually kind of neat that they've added the crafting system to Fallout Shelter. No, but rad scorpions are just as annoying. Do rad scorpions attack the vault? I didn't know they did. Alright, where do I need to go here? Did I go the wrong way? I think I did. Yeah, because this doesn't lead anywhere. This is just, this goes over here and then that's it. Also, it's interesting that you can see kind of the flow of the ocean around here. It's probably a little dark on the screen, depending on, you know, how much your brightness is and all that, but... I'll definitely give the team that did Knights of the Old Republic props on making a pretty neat, pretty nice looking environment. Alright, so since I went the wrong way, let me load over here. And go back to the airlock. And hopefully I'll go to the right one now. Yeah, I didn't think that we'd be completing Manaan necessarily in this stream, because the court case went so long, but actually with the way we're doing, I think we should be good. Goose says NCR was being annoying. Seafloor, airlock, and seafloor. So I think this is the one we want. Yes, it is. Darn it, didn't work. There we go. Because we got this other one here. Omar says, quote, or like, loading the save to make things safer. The rules of time are mine. I'll make things faster, not safer. I mean, I guess you can reload a save to make things safer as well at times. So where's this big Phyrexian shark? It is somewhere around here, I think. So here's the Kolto control panel. Oh, feed toxin into vents. Yes. Foreign substance detected. Venting. Success. And it's dead fishy. Oh, we didn't get dark side points from that? Did that mean we wouldn't have gotten light side points from destroying it either? Aw. Oh well. It's not like we're doing the General Horadin stuff anyways. If we were doing the General Horadin stuff, I would recommend against doing that because you'd get kicked off of Manaan and you could never go and visit them again. Ghost says I sounded like a 5-year-old, and it's a dead fishy. Alright. The star map has completed itself, leading us to Rakata Prime. Now to waddle our way back out of here. Oh, there's the dead big Fraxen. Also, if you look around, there aren't any other Fraxens around here either. What's over? No, I don't need to take a shit. No, that was stretching. Well, stretching in a little bit of a yawn or something. At least it felt like a yawn. Oh, this one is definitely a yawn. Oh, crap. Alright, pressure door. That should get us back into... Oh, the game walking. That's what you were talking about.
What?
Alright, go back to our submersible, and then we are pretty much done with everything here. Save again, and return to the surface. Do.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility?
The Cellcath went insane.
Insane? What did they do? Why?
They killed almost everyone on the station.
They killed everyone? And the mercenaries we sent later? That's horrible. What caused them to all go insane at once like that?
The construction woke something up.
Something was down there? Living in the rift by the Kolto?
A gigantic Phyrexian shark that drove all the Cellcath insane.
That's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors?
The Kolto seems to have been contaminated.
Contaminated? That's much worse than I would ever have thought possible. It might have been better to lose the entire facility rather than damage the Kolto supply. This must remain entirely secret. We cannot allow anyone to find out that we damaged the Kolto production, or we would be banned permanently from the planet. We can only hope that the damage that was caused will go away in time. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that I thank you. Oh, and did you end up finding your star map?
Yes, I did.
As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together again in the future.
Okay, so now I finally gained the dark side points. Apparently you don't gain it initially when you do the action. It's when you talk to the guy. Well, I haven't been banned yet, but I want to say when I leave the Republic Embassy here. Yep, that's why the door is closed. Omar says, quote, "The dude, I was worried about you. You, aw, thanks. The genocide went great." Stop, human! The flow of the Kolto to the surface is virtually cut off, with what does arrive corrupted. You have been known to ask questions about this, and our spy monitors in the Republic Embassy recorded you leaving in a submersible that descended to the Harakert Rift. You will come with us immediately to answer for your actions, or we will be forced to take you by force. I haven't done anything. That will be for us to decide, human. Oh, I was willing to kill them all. But if they can do that, the whole system could. Silence! This is not for outsiders to hear. Well, human, you find yourself in a most difficult situation. The Harakert Rift is the most precious resource on Manaan. Anything that threatens it or the Kolto it produces threatens our entire species. We will not tolerate threats to our neutrality, our existence, and our way of life. And as much as we admire your Republic and your Order in particular, I believe you will have a hard time explaining your role in this incident adequately. The flow of your Kolto is stopped. Your submersible arose at approximately the same time this occurred. We deemed you responsible. If the Republic has broken its neutrality with us, the repercussions shall be grave indeed. What have you done to the Kolto supply? We warn you, human. If you lie to us, we will know. Forced persuasion. The Kolto is fine. Do not try to manipulate us with your powers, human. You have only one chance left to tell us the truth. I am telling the truth. Enough of your lies. For your crimes against Manaan and Selkath, you are banned forever from this world on pain of death. If you knew who you were dealing with, you are an off-worlder like any other, only more troublesome than most. Guard, eject the prisoner from the courts. And we've been banned from Manaan.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Never mind.
You got it.
Alright, Ghost says again, I have not said taco yet. We're weaning you from your tacos, Ghost. Alright, so we found the last star map. So we have Kashyyyk, the Starforge system, but let's head to Yavin. Goodbye, Manaan. Screw you all. Well, in poisoning the Kolto supply, we've perhaps done our worst damage ever to to everything. Alright, skip that, skip that. Because yeah, the contamination of the Kolto will affect the entire, pretty much the entire galaxy. And I want to say this is before Bacta has really started to take off. I want to say Bacta starts to take off probably around the time of Star Wars The Old Republic, so a few hundred years from now. Alright, let's take HK, and you know what, let's take Zalbar. We haven't used Zalbar in a while.
Ready.
And since we're doing some two-weapon fighting with Zalbar, we'll give Zalbar Naga, Sadao's Poison Blade, as well as Baka's Ceremonial Blade. Omar says, the fuck will a contamination on one planet affect the entire system? So entire galaxy, actually. And the reason that it will is because Kolto is used as a healing source for pretty much the entire galaxy. Ghost said taco, 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 1. I did not mean to put the 1. Alright, so between Baka's blade, as well as the Naga Sadao blade, I think Gazalbar is going to be pretty useful.
I'm here.
Especially when paired with my improved energy resistance. Well, you're back. I was just taking a look at a few new things I thought you might like, and I... Cloaked Trandoshans! You! How did you get in here? We have our ways, Rodian. Just because you didn't hear us talk doesn't mean we can't. And your own stealth units have proven most effective. Haven't I told you guys to get lost already? I think not, human. We're here to teach you a lesson, Suvam. And you as well, human. Unfortunately, you won't live to correct your mistakes. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to worry about it. Send you flying, little Trandoshan, and then Force Storm for all of you. Although apparently that Force Storm isn't affecting this Trandoshan. No, HK. Come on, choke, choke. There we go. So this is the species of what Bosk is. See you later, Omar. Thanks for stopping in. I'll see you later tonight. So yeah, Bosk is a Trandoshan, and these are other Trandoshans. But again, keep in mind this is, you know, quite a long ways away from when Bosk is in the galaxy. Suvam, are you still alive? Those Trandoshan scum, they couldn't get more out of me, so they tried to kill me instead. Hopefully I'll have time before they send someone else to investigate. Maybe rig their ship to take off somewhere else. Thank you for your help, at least. I know I couldn't have taken them on my own. I'll let you look at my special stash. The stuff I wasn't showing them. It won't be cheap, but if you want, you can buy it. Okay, you did know that, Ghost. Okay, just making sure. Alright, so this is what we really want. The Mantle of the Force and the Heart of the Guardian. I want to say we want Mantle of the Force. Because if I remember correctly, hold on. I'm looking at my little cheat sheet here. Because pretty much what Mantle of the Force and Heart of the Guardian do is they provide little boosts to each of your... Hey, Zero, hello! So Mantle of the Force and Heart of the Guardian both provide a boost to all of the other crystals that you have. So when you get new lightsaber crystals, those... Let's see, utilities, plating, no. Upgrade items, that's what I want. Alright, so Mantle of the Force is what I want because that provides various like regeneration and other Force related stuff So, Mantle of the Force, we are going to buy you 25,000. Oh god. Well, you have just enough. Heart of the Guardian would be useful if I was a Jedi Guardian, but I'm not, so. Although, fortunately, the Trandoshans have some credits here too, so that helps. So, Zero, how have you been? Alright, HK will level you up. So we've been focusing on demolitions there. Security could be useful to do. Although it's not like it'll be much security. Actually, cancel. Hold on, let me go back. Because we're kind of too late in the game to really focus on that. Also, one thing I missed is I didn't know that HK had 2-weapon fighting and dueling. Huh. But I think we're going to go with toughness, I think. Zero says the only game I play now is Kerbal Space Program. What? Zero, you got a whole new computer and everything and you still are just playing Kerbal Space Program. Yes.
What?
Alright, so we're going to return to the ship. We're going to upgrade our lightsaber. And then after that, I think we're going to be done for the day. Zero says I might play From the Depths. I don't think I've seen that one. And Ghost says I have Kerbal Space Program, but I don't play it. I play Fallout Shelter. Well, Ghost, I would kind of recommend Kerbal Space Program over Fallout Shelter. It does take some work, though, to kind of understand the game, though. So, alright, so we're going to upgrade Baka's Ceremonial Blade. I have all of that upgraded for HK. All of that's upgraded for Canderous. Armor. That's all good. Don't really need to do that. Alright, let's go to my lightsaber. So we're going to go to the Mantle of the Force. Now the Rubat Crystal gives me a regeneration of Force points of 3. That is really good. Talmud increases damage and regenerates Force points 2. Next door, nothing special. Genruux. Attribute bonus of +1 to dexterity. Also increased blaster bolt deflection. Fond has a 1d10 physical bonus. Luxum, good against droids. The Furcran crystal. Oh, the Solari crystal. Let's see. Has a light side damage bonus, but I think it restricts your lightsaber to just light side. Alright, let's go for a Rubat Crystal. Then we have the Sigil. Attack bonus 2 and damage bonus energy 1d10. Or 1d8, actually. Yeah, I think that's what we'll go with. We have Jolie's crystal here. Give him a few upgrades. Hold on a second. What happened here? Did I not equip that one crystal I had? Let's see. Attack bonus, special. Oh, the next door actually gets worse if you have the Mantle of the Force crystal. We could do a diamond crystal. Oh, it doesn't boost, or it doesn't stack. That's disappointing. Disappointing. All right, we got that. Oh, Bestila's old double-bladed lightsaber. If I take out the Crate Dragon Pearl, what does that do in my saber here? Oh, I forgot. I hit cancel instead of. Gotta do assemble. So let's see, attack bonus 4, blaster bolt deflection plus 3. I think I'll stay with the Fond crystal. The Fond and the Rubat crystals. Okay. Should I give myself a backup crystal just in case? Or a backup lightsaber just in case? One for blaster bolt deflection. Ghost asks, how long is the stream? Only like a couple more minutes. Yeah, I'm just pretty much getting everything ready to go for tonight's stream, which should hopefully get us close to finishing it. So, alright. So we have the Mantle of the Force lightsaber. It's not quite a suitable color for a Sith, but it'll have to do. So that's going to be it here, folks, for today. Thanks for watching. Well, for right now. Later tonight at 11 p.m. Central Time, we'll be continuing Knights of the Old Republic and hopefully finishing the game. Yeah, so we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and see you later.